here, okay? What do you want from us?
How much more do you want from me? And we're back.
Hello, girls. We're back.
And we're back. We're back.
And we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Cha-cha-cha. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Taylor.
And Toya.
This is the Heaux Bag. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite streaming platform and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at _Heaux Bag. That's _HEAUXBAG. Keep up with our shenanigans. Bye.
Bye. All my bitches got hella ass and belly in the stomach. Hoop earrings and gold rolls, they tell me that they love me. I'll bullets, hit the bag and air when it's flooded. Hundreds, 50, 20s, just tell me that you want it.
I'm going to fast forward it real quick.
Belly in the stomach. Baby, do your thing. Look, if you bartending or you go to class, if you on the pole and you going nash, or CNA or a lash ticket, you doggy style like your back sway. Do your thing. Baby, do your thing. Look.
Black girl.
All right, we go.
Okay, I done messed the song up.
You're a black girl. You're a black girl. You're a black girl. Do your thing, girl.
Back hurry now, hold it for you. Don't you get no.
Oh, I thought you. I'm thinking he playing the music. It's you. I'm like, stop. Black girl, feel black girl, feel black girl, feel black girl, feel black girl.
If you a black girl, if you a black girl, if you a black girl, if you
Baby, do your thing.
a black girl, if you a
Okay. Black girl, feel black girl.
If you black and we back. That was awkward.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety, blickety, blick, black, y'all, and I'm blickety, black, black, blah, black, black, blah, black, all because I'm black. Even thinking about that was awkward too, because it zooms and he's like super serious in it. Oh, I'm black, y'all.
So this episode is called Socially Awkward Black Girl Edition.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk about this because personally, I've become so awkward when it comes to coming outside. Like, people give me anxiety. I had a baby shower and I was ready for everybody to go home as soon as I got there. I ain't gonna lie. And then I'm visiting people now and I'm like, okay, all right, this is enough. I can go around Toya, obviously that's okay. But anybody else, I'm like, I'm ready to go.
What do I do with my hands?
Because then they just want to ask you, how's the baby?
That's life. She's alive. She's breathing. We're still at it. I got Twitter news.
Go ahead. Let's hear about it.
So this woman had said anxiety is crazy because you'll be minding your business and your brain will be like, you not worried? And then you, about what? And your brain, I don't know. Why you don't know? We definitely should be worried that you don't know. And then you. And this Raven Simone where she's chewing gum like, well, damn, should I be worried? My brain does that a lot. Like, a lot. Way more than I should.
Like, it's just, and I realize that's why I'm a social drinker, because when I drink, I'm like, hey, I could deal with y'all.
Take the edge off.
But now when I'm not drinking, I'm like, it's hot in here.
Y'all niggas not
hot. Y'all breath stink. Why are you talking to me? Is there nobody else you could talk? Why are they not talking to me? Like, it's just, I overthink everything. But then I saw this other tweet I wanted to read. It was by 6B. Being socially awkward is the pits because people will assume you're rude. I just lack social skills and you make me nervous. Facts. Fucking facts. Like,
you know, now that I think about it, you and him are the perfect couple.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Y'all both have those but they rub off on each other like so well now that I think about it.
And it's funny because when I met him, he was like, I have Asperger's, and that's like on the spectrum of autism where like Elon Musk has it, where he's really smart. He's like, so I'm like really good at things, but then I'm socially awkward. And I was like, dang, I'm gonna have to be like the hyper one when we're like having interactions with people. Hell no. Like, I get awkward and he's like cracking jokes and like we just rub off on each other. And then when he's done talking to people, he just shuts down and I'm like, yeah, so in.
Trying to keep it going.
It's like he powers down and I power up and we just work perfectly together. And so I couldn't ask for a better partner.
Side note, has he ever seen that episode of South Park when they're talking about Asperger's?
Probably.
It's freaking hilarious. I'm going to add that clip somewhere. But it's basically one of the little boys has Asperger's, and they're thinking he's saying Asperger's. So of course the most ignorant one on the show, little plump one. He's like, oh yeah, dude, I got Asperger's too. So he literally takes burgers and puts them in his ass and is going around telling everybody he has Asperger's. And they're like, no, you don't, dude. You don't freaking Asperger's. But it's hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it, go to YouTube, type in South Park Asperger's. There's that.
That is hilarious, actually. But yeah, no, I wanted to talk about this because it's something. And then Summer Walker, I'm going to bring her clip up, but you know, everybody's like, oh, how is she so awkward and she's weird? And she brought like she goes, I have this big personality, but I'm still like socially awkward and I hate like getting on stage and stuff like that. And I was like, that's something we don't talk about because we all have big personalities in the Black community.
In front of each other or with people that we're comfortable with. But then when Summer gets in front of millions of people, she powers down like, oh shit. Everybody still gets nervous. Damn, I think people think that once you become this public figure or you're a celebrity or whatever. Taylor and I are in front of 2-3 cameras and a producer. But once they hit play, it makes it seem like we're just these bubbly people. And then when they see us out in person, we like,
y'all, I ain't been outside in a while, but one of the last times I went out with Toya, and I hope she still follows us. But this girl was like, Heaux Bag, and Toya was like, okay.
That's annoying. That's also annoying. That's how I know I can be no super duper celebrity because I get I am Kanye. Kanye is me. Our Britney Spears is me. I will take your tripod and beat you in the head. Why are you following me with a camera? And I'm talking about imagine you being a regular person and somebody's following you. That's stalking. TMZ.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. But I mean, I feel like that's also why I kind of stopped putting my life on social media because it's like, dang, like now people are in your business, and so it's
and
just
get mad.
Right. But like more so on the dang, like at first these were just my friends. Then you look up like your followers. These aren't your friends anymore. These are random people. I don't know, 3,400 people.
Right.
Like enough for them to be like, how's Indy? The fuck? Like, I don't.
How you know her name?
Right. Right. So it's like, I'm just not going to post nothing no more. I'll just, whatever. But nah, I wanted to talk about Summer. I guess I was going to play this clip because I already just talked about Summer Walker. But Summer Walker, she's socially awkward Black girl.
Struggle with anxiety, you're an introvert, or you ever felt out of place, this episode is for you. See, the problem is I'm Black. I just have to be honest. White girls have social anxiety and all different types of mental health struggles that they're dealing with, and it's perfectly fine. Like, I remember one time she got on her show and she was making fun of me for coming out and saying what I said about my social anxiety. And she pulled up a picture of me like wearing one of my outfits I was wearing on stage. And she was like, well, how can you have social anxiety if you're wearing this? I just want to clear up, like, I have a very big personality, and there are so many people with social anxiety who have very big personalities. They dress however they want to dress. We're just comfortable with showing our personality with the people we're comfortable around, and that's what I wish people would understand.
The class clown around your classmates that you know, but like when you get in front of people, it's like, why are you looking at me? What's going on? I'm feeling judged. I'm nervous. Oh, stop breathing toward. Fuck, why are you coming this way? Or like, you know, it reminds me of when you're walking down a tiger walk, you think you see somebody, you know, you go like this and then they don't wave back. And you're like, damn, how many people saw me?
You go to dap somebody up now.
Like, okay, well.
Somebody literally asked me yesterday about me going to the gym, and, you know, they were like, what are your fitness goals? And I said, well, I don't really have any. I just want to make sure I'm, you know, for my health, and that I'm like toned up or whatever. And I was like, every time I go to the gym, I always work on my legs, like legs and ass and stomach, always. But I never work on my upper body. And he was like, well, why is that? And I said, well, I don't know what to do on half of those machines. I see them, the directions, they take you here and they take you there. They don't give you no in between. I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So he was like, why don't you ask somebody? No. I was like, everybody has on headphones. He's like, so tap him on it. No, hell no. I'm definitely not going to tap him on the shoulder.
I wouldn't do that at the gym.
And he was like, well, how are you going to ever know if you... And I'm just like, that's awkward for me. Like, and then I also don't want to feel awkward when I'm standing there reading the directions and then I feel defeated and walk away.
You feel like somebody's watching you read the directions. You're like...
Or recording me. And then in this era of recording everything, next thing you know, I'm on TikTok as the dumbass girl that A can't read because they don't know what's going on. Look at this dumbass girl. She can't even read. She trying to figure out some shit, so she just gonna go on the bike. Some shit that's easy that we know how to do. Like,
yo, them videos of people working out at the gym doing the stupidest shit.
They don't know either. You know what? Kudos to y'all for trying. I wouldn't do it.
I hate when they record. It is kind of rude to record somebody doing some crazy stuff.
People record everything now, like and have no backstory, no preface, nothing.
Mm-mm.
They be catching you like this, fresh off work. God damn it. See what I mean?
Tori need to go ahead and get her one of these. Come back to the stand life, sis.
Look, the Popeyes lady had literally bent over to tie her shoe and somebody caught her like this. Now all of a sudden she gonna be remembered for the rest of her life as the tired ass Popeyes lady that sold 7,632 chicken sandwiches. She was just in the middle of going to tie her shoe and somebody caught her like this, like she praying to God.
She was trying to smell her back wind.
Make sure she don't. You know what I'm saying? And y'all niggas done fucked her life up for the rest of these damn cameras and social media.
Damn. Y'all ain't shit.
Y'all ain't shit. No wonder we out here fucked off in the head.
Okay, so real quick. So I was talking to a friend of mine, telling him how I became like socially awkward because everybody thinks that I'm just this party animal, which I am. But like ever since the pandemic happened, they said social anxiety has increased over 25% now. Like, because people had to stay home and they didn't have to deal with people, or they only dealt with people on camera and then they were able to turn it off when they were done turning. That turns into a habit. 3 years later, you're looking up and you still don't have to go. I don't go outside, y'all. Like this is my outside time right now. So like my whole life is behind four walls and some computer screens. So to have to actually engage with somebody in person, it's kind of fucking me up. I was telling somebody the other day, like, I might need to consider going back into work at some point in my life just so that I can interact with people, or I'm going to be that mom at every PTA meeting because I ain't got shit else to do. Right. So I might need to go to work. But like social anxiety has increased. And I had wrote this excerpt down. Social anxiety is a mental health condition that affects millions of people, regardless of their personality type. While it is true that social anxiety might seem more expected of introverts, the truth is it's still very possible for an extrovert to develop a mental health condition as well.
I want to shout you out. You read the hell out that.
Damn, I'm doing good.
You are. I was like, God damn it, yes, girl. Better read that shit.
Social anxiety.
The basketball on top. Social anxiety is a mental health condition that, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I've been actually talking to my therapist and she was doing a lot of work on me. I got a new therapist because my last therapist was like, girl, you toxic. Like, what kind of life you living?
What?
Yeah, she
reported to the board.
Yeah, she never, she was like, you want to book another? No, I'm not booking no more sessions with your rude, ugly ass. And you can't, when you have lived a certain life, you can't really talk to a therapist who doesn't understand that life. Like, I realized that because they just sit up there and they judge you and I feel like some therapists are like, I'm finna get in this bitch ass. She was the one that made me feel like shit in high school. So you ain't getting no more of my money.
You know what's so funny? So I had I'm about to start therapy like for real this time, y'all. So yesterday I got the email that the therapist that I asked for originally was not available. Mm-hmm. So they gave me a list of other ones to pick from. And honestly, when I was picking them, I saw Miss, Mrs., and Mr. And I skipped the Mr. because I want a woman's perspective, and skipped Mrs. because I was like, ho, you ain't finna judge me. Miss, and I picked her. But I didn't even think about that until you just said that. But that's literally why I picked the one that was, I'm guessing, single or whatever. She ain't married. I picked her.
Absolutely. Look, my therapist had to be pretty. She had to be young. She had to be somebody who
relatable, right?
I could say nigga in front of somebody. I could be like, this my fifth dick this week. Like, it's not, but I'm
somebody you can be open and honest with. Yes.
Yeah, not feel the judgment because
It's not. They're finna tear your ass up.
Justin gonna be like, oh, you had 5 dicks this week. That's what we telling people. He be on this podcast, make me look weak. Like, he be on this podcast, make me look weak. Tell them that you be crying, telling them you miss me, and that you love me, and that you don't want to be single. Like, y'all, I just be talking, okay? Just bear with me. I ain't fucked 5 niggas.
She ain't fuck nigga free, y'all.
I'm not. He ain't no fucking.
Yeah, that is what that means. Huh? My bad, Justin.
But no, you need somebody who you could talk to that is relatable. Because it used to be, I just want to find a black woman. No, you want to find somebody who can sit up there and you can have your most intimate conversations with, and they might call you out on your shit. Like when my therapist talks to me, she'd be like, "Girl, come on now." Like that's exactly what she says. She doesn't go, "Well, Taylor, let's reflect on this. Do you think that that was the most logical?" Bitch, I don't know. That's why I'm talking to you. I have no fucking idea. So my therapist knows how to talk to me now. And so she did tell me that I've developed like some like weird like engagement thing where I'm just like, ooh, like acting like I've secluded myself. So I've been trying to do these little exercises where I go out for a couple hours and I come back in the house. It's weird, y'all. And so I also wanted to shout out Issa Rae because she had the misadventures of the socially awkward black girl, and she wanted to carve out a space for black women because again, people think that black people aren't allowed to have mental health or be awkward, like we're always supposed to be tap dancing for you niggas. And she created that. It was a YouTube series, and she created it, and she wanted to make sure that she spotlighted black people just so that we felt seen and not that everybody else could relate to it, because we're often left out of these conversations when it comes to mental health and just being awkward and having anxiety.
Or just being other, checking that box, because I think when it comes to a lot of black people, we're automatically supposed to be known as the most maybe fashionable. We're supposed to be known about
being able to dance.
Yeah, culturally, black people are supposed to be this way. Mm-hmm. Anything outside of that, you're lame, you're a geek, you're a dork, you ain't got no hoes, you ain't this, you ain't that. What was it? It's all the bad parts.
Look at this nigga with the umbrella in the rain.
It's raining outside. Nigga act like he can't get wet, old puss ass nigga. Damn, bro, I just came prepared. You know what I'm saying? I checked the weather before I left the house. Nah, you a puss ass nigga. Put that umbrella up, hoe ass boy. Make you not even want to pull your umbrella out. Like you trying to hide your umbrella and shit? That's sad. We got to do better,
Look
y'all.
This nigga with this healthy ass lunch, trying to stay alive and shit.
Exactly. Nigga don't eat pork. What, you Muslim? No, nigga. I just don't eat pork. Damn. Niggas.
That's some real shit.
But like, okay, so for even people like Meg Thee Stallion, people see her and they're like, you know, she twerks and da-da-da, but she also likes anime. Mm-hmm. She also likes things that, quote unquote, the typical maybe black person does not like. Mm-hmm. So it is good that Issa Rae made that spot for her. It's good that Summer Walker is talking about these people because now they have a voice. Mm-hmm. I hear a lot of people always say, oh my God, another podcast, or oh my God, that. I like it. I like that everybody is able to get on the mic and highlight their frame of reference. Mm-hmm. Any topic, they can talk about it from their frame of reference, their perspective, because it also shifts the perspective of everybody else. Mm-hmm. Certain things that we're talking about right now, I love when people write us and they're like, oh my God, I never thought about it that way.
And thank you for having this conversation, because we haven't had it like this right here. We're going to go ahead and spotlight. We see you as you see us, because we here together. Again,
yeah, that was the whole point of the Heaux Bag. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to subscribe. Black therapy TikTok.
Girl, I saw this thing. It was funny. It was because, you know, I always got to throw some type of comedy in here.
Let me throw the bad part about that. Did you see when they was dragging that one girl? She's a black therapist on Twitter.
Yes.
She dragged herself. I'm going to start there because she was real reckless. So again, with that microphone, everybody don't need a mic. Or if you're going to say it, again, 10 toes down. Don't back off and buckle down when everybody get on your ass.
Oh, wait, she stayed 10 toes down. I think that's why they kicked her ass off.
All the way off until they snatched them letters from off her name. Like, you know what? Like T.I. snatched that chain. Give me them damn social worker letters.
Yeah, she was just, I feel what she was doing. And I see where she was trying to go. You just have to be cautious when you're associated with something else. Like, we're not associated. we're with the Creators Guild, so we're allowed. They provide us this opportunity to say what we want to say. Now, had we been with another production company, they might be like, we can't fuck with y'all because y'all is saying fuck or nigga or whatever it is. So you got to be cautious and know your surroundings. This girl works for another company and then says, I'm a therapist that works for ABC company, and you niggas need fucking accountability because y'all mamas ain't shit. And like, that's how she talks. And it's like, and then she'll start twerking and she's like, yeah, and I like sucking dick. And guess what? I'm still educated. We love it, sis. But you represent another company. You had to kind of like calm down a little bit.
Absolutely. And I think even when it came to me and you, when we first started this platform, we did a very good job of saying, you know, I work for this company, so we made sure to kind of dumb down a little bit what we were saying so that we couldn't be dragged by our companies or got fired or anything like that. Some people got to think a lot smarter. I don't know, man.
Yeah, especially on TikTok. TikTok is the ultimate diss you.
Twitter is the diss you. It starts on TikTok, and then somebody gonna find your TikTok, bring you to Twitter with the diss you.
Golly.
And once Twitter gets a hold of you, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
They gonna find where you work at.
Change it.
They gonna write Google reviews. Black Twitter is a mess.
It's a bunch of niggas who got a lot of time on their hands,
and I'm one. I got a lot. I just wrote a Google review yesterday for this white girl that got on there, and she was harassing this old man and this old woman out there when he was in his wheelchair and twerking behind him, and that old lady about to have a heart attack trying to beat this young Jezebel hussy off her man. As soon as they show where she worked at. Say less. Angela is a terrible employee because how could she harass old elderly black people like that? Sin. Next Google account. Angela is a terrible young zero. If I could put -3 stars, I would. Anywho,
I did that to this man one time. He like decided to hop on. You know, like you might comment on something. This is why I try to not comment on Instagram that much anymore. Like the news, like ABC News and stuff like that, because white people come in and they really, well, this ain't your president. And I was like, hold up, bitch, I got time. So then he started talking shit to me. And so he had his government name on his account. So I went and Googled him, Googled his wife, his wife. His wife was a physician. I Googled her license number and then his address. And I was like, this your wife? And I was like, this her establishment? He was like, I'm going to sue you. If anybody robs my house, I'm going to come find. I was like, you going to come find who?
Where?
Taylor?
Exactly.
Like, how? I got your ass. And
they put all the information, like all y'all information on the internet. Like,
man, what? I had fucking time.
Oh yeah, we'll create time.
Listen, you see,
time. The white man made time. Time doesn't exist. See, the man that sleeps on the floor can't fall out of bed. Why? Because time doesn't exist. When did he fall out of bed? I don't know.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something.
Because I don't know what time it is.
These episodes are pre-recorded because I'm finna go away for a while. And I have some family members that probably watch this and they're non-black and they're gonna be having me explain how the white man created time
and who a Wonder Bread person is. It's you. Put your hand down next to this piece of bread. The same way I used to do what's with a brown paper bag. I'm gonna get my reparations. I keep telling y'all this. I'm getting my reparations one way or the other, whether it's through comedy or whether it's through paper form.
And I'm not mad at it. I just don't know how to explain this shit. It ain't for you.
If you don't like it, turn it off. That's all I can say.
Long story short, no.
So I wanted to highlight.
Wait, real quick. Sorry. So this Twitter, it was like, so you can go on. Let me turn this down real quick. You can go on TikTok and Google anything you want. And this therapist, I'm gonna have to show it to you. When you have to break confidentiality in therapy because your client told you he killed somebody. Because y'all be doing stupid shit.
I done killed this nigga and I done hid the body. She's like, so where'd you hide the body? It's under my mama's mattress and don't you care nothing about it.
Yeah, so one more thing before we transition to the next subject. When you go to therapy, you can't talk about how you're going to kill somebody because you will
They have to report it.
And you can't talk about how you done raped somebody because you will go to jail. So,
yep. Even your physicians. Even your physicians. If you go there and you talking about, and they ask you, have you used drugs and do you drink? And you sitting there 4 months pregnant, 3 months pregnant, 9 months pregnant, and you say yes, by law, they got to take their ass out there, depending on the situation. They gonna call the police on y'all ass. CPS, they getting involved.
When the baby is born, you will be met. CPS will walk into that room and they will test you. Mm-hmm. And if you fail that test,
yes, on the line.
Bye-bye, little mama.
You use drugs, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? That's what it was.
Don't fuck around. Just do it. Just jump. Name that movie. And you know what? We're going to have
crack, don't you?
If you name that movie, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Jay. We're going to invite you to the studio.
Right. You might not get the mic, but you invited. All right. You got to put a disclosure out of that. I thought I was going to talk. I got a lot of shit to say. Well, start your own podcast today. All right. So I wanted to highlight anxiety when it comes to dating because, you know, I'm still in the streets. Womp, womp, womp.
And that makes me street adjacent still. So.
Yeah. So a group of my friends were talking about compliments and how we somehow turn those compliments around. I was watching Half and Half. I'm going to play this clip real quick.
Oh, y'all see I'm losing weight. I'm almost able to put my foot back in this chair.
But I was inspired. Before I ever knew her name, I knew she'd come along. And now that I have found her, I can put a name to my song. So pardon if I lose my thoughts, forgive me if I stare. It's just a fantasy I knew before. Is now her, standing there.
Oh, it's really beautiful. Who's it about?
You can't be serious. It's about you.
Oh, please. I'm nobody's fantasy.
Mona, you are always selling yourself short. Just try to accept what I say for once. Take a compliment, woman.
It's just when you put me and fantasy in the same sentence.
So you can't stop. I mean, I tell you I love your skin and you point out a pimple. I say you've got great hair and you dare me to run my fingers through it.
Okay, maybe I have a bit of a problem.
Maybe you do.
I'm sorry, but this is who I am.
I'm sorry too. And Mona, I have tried to get close to you. But after weeks of running into a wall, I give up. I can't be with somebody who doesn't feel they deserve someone to be with them.
So yeah, long story short, right? I mean, we all seen the clip. He would always compliment her, always tell her how pretty she is. Oh, your hair looks beautiful. Da-da. If y'all have never seen Half and Half, it's Mona and Dee Dee, and they're like two opposites. So Mona, even how she dresses is just so much more different than the typical cute, uppity black girl that Dee Dee was. Dee Dee always got all the dudes. Dee Dee never had to work hard. She was a lawyer. Everything came easy to Dee Dee. Mona had to work hard. Mona had to do this. Mona had to do that. Her hair was much more different. Dee Dee had a perm. You know, Mona finally had a good dude. Everything was going right. But he broke up with her because he was like, damn, why do I want to be with a woman who can't realize how beautiful she is? Mm-hmm. If you don't see the good and the beauty in you, that shit can be exhausting. Every time you tell somebody that you love, oh, I love you. No, you don't.
Well, fuck it, I don't.
Yeah, and then now you're going to cry. You're going to cry it away. You're so beautiful. Shut up.
Well, no, you're not.
Just say thank you. And so me and my friends, we were talking about that, and we were talking about how we're noticing things about ourselves that we're like truly trying to change. Mm-hmm. And it was just so funny that I was watching that, and I was like, oh shit. Coming from a man's perspective, him saying that, it kind of was like an aha moment. And I was like, I do that a lot. I'm not gonna say I do it a lot anymore, but I used to. I was bad at that. Oh, you look so pretty. Oh, this just... Sorry.
But is that like the black thing to do? Because it'd be like, oh, I'm trying to get like you. No, I'm trying to get like you.
I don't know.
It's like you deflect.
We were all, so that our group was asking that, like, but so my other flip side to that was, what if your love language is words of affirmation and you're with a person that is not giving you that? So you're doing that because you want to hear it more often. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to hearing it. So every time I do it, it's going to make you want to say it again and again and again and again. You know? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Need a therapist for this one because I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either because I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Can I pivot real? I don't want to pivot against this. I do want to bring up something since you brought up love languages. Was it that you that sent me that not love languages but anger languages or something like that?
Yes.
And it was like you need to know how somebody gets angry because you know, one person might need space and one person might need time. And it was funny because she was like, and these two usually get married.
Yep. It was a therapist talking about everybody wants to talk about love language. And I'll find that clip so we can post it too towards the end. But nobody.
I know how to find it. Go ahead.
Nobody talks about knowing each other's, I guess, anger language. Like, So after I saw that clip, I actually started asking people like, what do you like when you get mad? Like, do you shut down? Do you do this? Do you do that? Do you even know how you get when you get mad? Because a lot of men now will be like, I mean, I used to have a temper, but da-da-da-da. Okay, well, what changed that? Here it is.
Play it real quick.
Dr. Martin here. Everyone's talking about love languages. I need y'all to talk about anger languages too, and frustration languages too. Because there are different things that you need when you're angry or frustrated or irritable. Some people need space. Some people need to talk. These people are always married. I kid you not. So, yes, let's figure out love languages, but let's also talk about what you need during certain times of frustration or when you're dealing with negative moods. And let's talk about what I can do to serve you better in that way. And let's talk about the range of emotions and the language with emotions to know that I can provide you with what do you need when you're frustrated versus furious? What do you need when you're happy versus ecstatic? What do you need when you're, hungry versus famished? We need to learn how to express the range of emotions because so many times we're saying that we're frustrated and we're furious. And I'm giving you what you need last time you were frustrated, but this is different because we're on a different spectrum. So it's not just about love languages. It's also about, anger and frustration languages, and just really being aware of the different levels of your emotion can really help you to know that, like, say you got like a barometer, you got a thermometer, and this is anger, right? When you're at a 3, you need some space. When you're at a 4, you need more time alone. When you're at a 2, you're in a position to talk, but you need to know what you need at those different levels.
Doesn't that require communication though? Like, hey babe, I'm at a 2. I can talk. Or hey, I'm at a 5. Leave me the fuck alone. All right, cool.
I would think that requires communication, but another thing I was going to tap on is it requires knowing that something needs to be done in order to fix something. So, you know how there's a lot of men right now, especially that are, I don't need therapy. We had DJ Reeks on here, and I remember him stating that he doesn't believe he needs therapy because he can pinpoint a lot of things in his life that's wrong and actively try to fix that. That's correct. However, you also had said in an episode a long time ago, they give you the tools to help you fix things. Mm-hmm. That was a tool. Mm-hmm. We can communicate all we want, but if we don't have the tool to know what a 2 is,
yeah, that's true.
and know what a 3 is or whatever, then how can we actively move forward in order to fix it? Mm-hmm. She's an awesome therapist. I think that was like, even golden. That clip was just like, damn, if that don't let you know that a lot of us need therapy, I don't know what will. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Because how do you identify when you're at a 2 versus a 5?
Absolutely.
Because sometimes you just think you're mad and you don't know that how pissed you are. Sometimes, do you ever sit back and reflect and go, I'm actually not that mad when I think about it.
Or if I'm so used to talking it through, and I just had a talk with my friend about this. We was on the phone about 3 hours. I told her that I watched this dude and he was talking about how men react to things and work things through versus women. We're talkers. We're communicators. We want to figure out what the problem is and let's try to talk it through because that's what we do. We talk it with our family members, with our girlfriends, with our so on and so forth, podcast, social media, whatever. We're talkers. Mm-hmm. Men, he said, like to sit down, think about it logically, think things through, whether that mean to be quiet and have time to themselves to just think or shut down or whatever, but we need as women to allow them the time to do so. Mm-hmm. And I struggled with that a lot because I want to talk through it. Because when you're ready to talk and I'm not going to give you that same energy. I'm just going to give you some whatever shit. I don't feel like talking about it no more. Mm-hmm. But how you just said, like, you know what? I wasn't really that mad. What if I do allow that person that space and I go to sleep and sleep on it? By the time I wake up, do I even remember why I was mad anymore? Now that I think about it differently, I'm like, you know what? That makes way more sense. Maybe I should give people that moment in that space to not speak out of anger, not think out of anger, not do whatever. You take the time that you need. However, let's meet in the middle somewhere.
That's respecting boundaries.
Right. Mm-hmm. Because by the time you get ready to talk about it in 2, 3, 4 days, I'm over it after day 1. Mm-hmm. So like, let's maybe meet in the middle after 2 days or whatever. So
I think I never thought about it from that other side. Cause I'll talk to you when I'm ready. And if you don't want to do it, I'm going to, guess what, Toya, you blocked until I'm ready to talk to you. And then people are like, it's been a year. What do we need to talk about? Yeah. And I'm like, well, I needed to process that. But damn, a whole year? I was like, well, I felt like it wasn't me personally. But like, I think you got to leave that space open for communication to say, okay, I'm going to give you time enough time, but like, hey, I'm gonna be done with this at this point. So if you're not ready to talk about it, I like that you said that, because we definitely don't think about that. But it would be nice, to circle this back into being awkward, if the whole world could give us time, like to process the things that we would like in the way that we would like to. Like, hey, be cautious when you're walking up to me for the first time speaking, because I don't know if it's gonna make me feel like I don't know. I'm feeling like you running up on me, like, ooh, even though you're not. Like, I'm just fucking weird right now. So, hey, approach me kindly. Approach me with kindness. Talk to me nice. That's what people say all the time. Do people do it? Not really. People just come at you.
I was even thinking about when I've been watching the Untold series on Netflix when it comes to sports. And imagine you just playing your heart out at a basketball game or a football game or whatever. You're immediately, after you walk off that field or walk off that court, supposed to talk to cameras and mics shoved in your mouth.
Ridiculous.
How did you feel about the game? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
And these are people that are maybe their whole life has been basketball. They're fresh out of college. They're in the NBA. They're Olympics. Whatever the situation is, all they know is to do that. And it's like, when have they ever had time to just process? I don't know how I feel. I just walked off the court.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you address them in a way that you didn't want to be addressed, like maybe Serena, soon as she's done with her opponent, here comes the Wonder Bread folks under the comments. I don't see why she didn't address her opponent. Every time she finishes up with a match, she never addresses her opponent. She got off the court and had 1 minute and 30 seconds to herself before she had to open her mouth. She wanted to thank maybe God, her daughter, her husband, so on and so forth. After that, she done forgot, nigga, I won.
Right.
Or lost. Like, I'm processing that. I'm not even thinking about whoever the hell I just... Like, I think that's just so fucked up. Grace, again.
We're all in that puts it back. We're all in the era of what's that thing we said? Main character syndrome. Oh, well, you didn't answer my question. You did.
Yeah.
This ain't had shit. This whole thing, y'all came to see me, and now I gotta address you.
Yeah.
Like, I was focused on this game. I wasn't thinking about the questions you was gonna ask me afterwards.
Right.
No comment. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Marshawn Lynch, I get it, bruh. I get it.
Y'all leave me the fuck alone, please.
As long as you answer. How did you feel about the game? Yes. Do you feel like you played your heart out?
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to say? No. Thank you. That's all my time I'm out. But I get it. Like, I don't know. And I feel like a lot of people that have never been in your situation always have the most to say.
Absolutely.
Because they can't get it. They don't relate. There's no empathy there. It's just like, girl, couldn't have been me because I would have. No,
because then when it's you and you in a situation, you don't want to tell nobody because you looking stupid because you didn't have the answer to your own problems.
Yep. Girl, it couldn't be me letting a nigga treat me like that because you don't got no nigga.
Nah.
Of course it couldn't be you, girl.
Nah.
You had one first.
I tell you what, age, at first I was getting sad about getting older. Getting older has come with wisdom. For me personally, all older people don't have wisdom. Let me throw that out there right now, because I know you done heard some older people say some ignorant shit, and you like, how have you survived this long in life? I know you done seen it, but like me personally, I just learned to shut the fuck up. Now, if you get on my Twitter, that's why it's private. I say whatever, but like it never comes to light outside of that. Like I just shut up because I don't know if I would be in that situation. I don't know how to handle things. Like I don't know the answer. I know I don't know the answers to a lot of things. So I just sit here, and when you want to vent, I'm like, I'm gonna hit you with the damn that's crazy because I don't have no other words. Like it is not that I'm not listening to you. I just don't know what else to say. Like, shit, I would have probably been in jail. You're doing a good job, but I can't tell you that you're doing a good job, like, because I don't know if you really are. Like, you doing better than I would have. So sometimes we just need to shut the fuck up because you don't know what you would do in somebody else's situation. Like I said, when I got pregnant and had a baby, I was gonna breastfeed and be skinny right back. It ain't worked.
I'm crying.
That shit ain't as easy as it looks.
It ain't. You could, I think, and then you also hear about other people's stories. So then you're like, I can do that too. And then when you do it, you're like, well, damn, my situation is so much more different than that person's situation. Maybe they had time to sit around and do that all day. Maybe they didn't live in a food desert like we're talking about. Maybe they did have this. Maybe they did have that.
Oh, I ain't never gonna lose my edges because I'm taking prenatals. I ain't never gonna, my titties gonna still sit up because ain't no baby gonna suck the life out of me. Well,
child, I'm here to tell you, my edges is thinning, my titties is to my ankles, and life is lifing. Okay, at an all-time high. So nails ain't done. You gonna get what you gonna get. Toes done. That's it. That's all I got.
And then as you're trying to figure this out, of course, it gives you more anxiety because you're like, oh shit, now people judging me because I said I would never, and now I'm never in, and now it's like, ugh. But I don't think nobody give a damn. They just like, and if you worried about what the fuck I'm doing, please reassess yourself because I will come back and I will take the time out to remind you of your shortcomings in life. I will.
Piss you. Oh, okay. And look, they done fucked up and let me find out that there's a search bar at the top of everybody's account. I didn't know that. Oh yeah, I can keyword nigga and see how many times you done said nigga since you had a Twitter. I can keyword gay. I can keyword whatever I want to keyword, and I'm gonna hit you with the this you.
That's true.
Told you.
You know what? That's why I should stay in private because you're not gonna come for me.
Oh no, you know what I did?
What?
Hey, y'all ain't gonna come for me either. I went and put in gay. I deleted everything I said. White, everything. Fat. You're next. Y'all ain't gonna have time to diss me. You can't out Vanessa. I done beat you there. You ain't gonna one up me. Nope. Nigga. Who would have thought? Not me. All right, y'all. We need a whole tip.
Oh shit.
You want me to come first? I might can muster up one. I don't know.
I feel like this last little rant was a whole tip.
Got to be more careful. I got a whole tip.
I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for Toya.
Right. When it comes to being socially awkward, Black Girl Edition, because I have a little girl, I'm going to speak on this. I always tell my little girl, it's okay to be different. You don't have to fall in and be a follower behind all your friends. Just like now, I'm not getting no BBL. I mean, I say that now. You never know where life takes me. But I stand with Glorilla because she been saying since she came out, I'm not getting my body done. I'm okay with my body. You know what I'm saying? I love how I look when I'm naked. I love how da-da-da. And she had to come out with a statement last night saying, hey, can y'all please stop saying that people are bullying me because now y'all making me seem like I'm some weak ass bitch and I'm not. She was like, I don't feel like I got to address this shit because there'd be a whole bunch of people on the internet talking shit that would never say this shit to my face. If that don't show self-confidence, I don't know what the fuck will. Dig deep and tap in with your Glorilla, folks.
I like that.
Me too, girl. Put that on a t-shirt.
Tap in the Glorilla. Stand on what the fuck you said. I think mine would be, if we're talking about being socially awkward, Black Girl Edition. Hey, sis, I see you. We see you. And guess what? I ain't judging you if you awkward because I'm awkward too. And if we just not looking at each other, nobody's gonna know we awkward and just stay in our own fucking lane. So whole tip is stay in your own effing lane.
And on that note,
bye.